what can you really say about this one, other than America? WSAZ News Channel 3 reports that a husband and wife who tried to rob a gas station at gunpoint in Gilmer County, Georgia, were stopped by various customers who were all armed as well. The robbers were identified as 39-year-old Sean and Melody Sutton. Authorities said Sean Sutton was pretending to be a customer at the gas station, while his wife Melody Sutton waited outside in a car. The robbery attempt started with Sutton covering his face with a pair of women's underwear and pointing a gun at the store clerk behind the counter, demanding money. According to police, a legally armed customer then pulled out their gun to intervene, while another customer went to their car to get their firearm. Authorities said Sutton then attempted to leave the gas station, but a third customer, who was also armed, assisted the others in disarming him. Sutton was eventually taken into custody, plus his wife was also arrested after police found her inside the car. There's gotta be a sitcom episode in here somewhere. So I was at the gas station, and then George, 3 people had guns!
They're back, and apparently no cat is safe. The Coventry Telegraph reports that a cat shaver has struck again in the English city of Coventry after a resident said her pet came home with a chunk of fur missing. Families living across the area have reportedly been hit by the mysterious shaver, who seemingly targets the animals, removing fur from their bodies. In 2021, several residents reported their pets turned up with large patches of their fur shaved off, but now the unknown cat shaver appears to have returned once more. One resident named Bonnie Toe was baffled after her 6-year-old cat came home with a large skin patch on her belly. Toe at first suspected that her cat had a skin condition, but after looking at the patch closely, she realized that someone had done it deliberately, as it was a perfectly cut square. These bizarre attacks have been happening to several residents' cats over the years. I guess the question is an anonymous cat shaver really to blame? A spokesperson for Cats Protection says, "We would recommend a checkup with a vet in all cases where cats are found to be missing fur. For a variety of reasons, cats may overgroom, barber, or remove their fur, which in some cases can look almost identical to shaving." So what do you think? Did these cats trim themselves? Or is there a mysterious cat shaver on the loose? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Well, at least he's passionate about his project, I suppose. WFLA News reports that a 54-year-old film producer has pleaded guilty to robbing a Florida bank in June of 2022 in an attempt to gather funds for his movie production. According to court documents, Nicole Ray Brown of Baltimore, Maryland, was out of prison on early release when the incident happened. What was he arrested for the previous time, you may ask? Big shocker. He robbed 3 banks in 2001. This time around, Brown passed a note to the teller threatening that he had a gun and demanding money, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Florida. Court records show a witness saw Brown flee the bank and go to a nearby gas station, where he had a change of clothes waiting. Local authorities quickly responded and found Brown at a hotel where he was staying. Police recovered the demand note that Brown handed the teller and the stolen cash in Brown's bag. After Brown's arrest, he told authorities he committed the bank robbery because he was filming a movie in Florida and had run out of money to pay for the production, a court release said. Well, he'll have plenty of time now to perfect the script. Brown now faces a maximum penalty of 20 years in federal prison for the bank robbery offense and up to 3 years for violating the terms of his supervised release. Props to Brown for not just saying, "Hey guys, there's no budget, this is a passion project," and actually trying to pay his actors and crew.
Not often a drunk driver is up to speed on their rights, so give them props for that, I guess. The Spokesman Review reports that a passenger in a truck called 911 late one night to report that they were being chased by another vehicle in Spokane, Washington. So who was chasing them that prompted the call to the police? It was also the police. A trooper with the Washington State Patrol spotted a newer Ford F-150 driving in and out of lanes. The trooper suspected it might be a possible DUI, so he activated his lights. But the driver, identified as 28-year-old Amanda M. Baporis, didn't pull over. Instead, she continued down the highway for nearly 10 miles, reaching speeds of more than 100 miles per hour, while still swerving in and out of lanes. Baporis and 2 other passengers in the Ford believed the trooper was not allowed to pursue them after the state legislature approved reforms to high-speed police pursuits in 2021. These were some really educated lawbreakers. But they were wrong. Officers can engage in pursuits when there is reasonable suspicion that a person is driving under the influence. So Baporis argued with 911 dispatchers that her constitutional rights were being violated by the pursuit. In the end, another state trooper deployed a spike strip. It disabled one of the tires, and the truck eventually went off the road into a field. Baporis got out and was arrested on 1 count of DUI and 1 count of attempting to elude police.
Here's one you don't hear every day. KDVR Fox 31 News reports that the public library in Englewood, Colorado, was temporarily closed recently due to unhealthy levels of methamphetamine. Following the discovery of meth in the bathrooms of the Boulder Public Library the previous month, Englewood decided to do testing of its own. Several areas tested positive for levels above what is considered acceptable. Are you kidding me? I heard about it in the Boulder one, but I had no idea it was trouble here. I come here almost every day. Englewood Library visitor Janie Hazard said. Added another library visitor named Michael Martin. I'm not surprised. It's getting rampant with all the drugs and everything around town. Victor Rachel, Englewood Director of Public Works, said they don't know of a perfect solution, but they think increased security, more staff awareness, as well as training for people in and around the area will help. And, not to be outdone, the public transportation station in downtown Boulder recently had to close its bathrooms after they tested positive for meth as well. Remember snow days? And things would get closed on snow days because there'd be a lot of snow on snow days? Those were the good times.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. I mean, hey, my cat's gotta eat.